Oh man. Whew. Day 13. I got some Allen keys and fixed the chair. Look at this. Look at that. Kind of lean. Oh, that's going down. That's not leaning. That's not leaning. Sorry, guys. I don't want to waste your time. Hold on. Oh yeah. Kick back. But welcome back to another video, Legends. Man, I have had an experience. I am witnessing synchronicities so fast, and I'm not going to affirm what my mind was about to say, but I'll just tell you guys, I am witnessing synchronicities really fast. Now, what I've observed years ago and years on this journey is when you're manifesting anything like wealth, even a new place that you want to move to, an SP or whatever, people in your vicinity will start mentioning that thing, or you'll see advertisements and stuff popping up like that. One of the things that's actually kind of funny to me is this whole idea of like algorithms and everything predicting your every move and the Wi-Fi and blah, blah, blah. You can go into the whole, biometric, biofield stuff because we give off an electromagnetic frequency. So these algorithms are almost like literally scanning your brain. And one of the things I was going to say with that is I think during series like this, well, for myself, but during like a challenge like this for your life, you should definitely try to like stay far away from social media as much as you can until you start creating the things you want, or at least limit it, because I feel like consuming on social media or even seeing things pop up can influence the subconscious mind. But just if you're a beginner. If you're someone who's been in this, then it doesn't really affect you. But anyways, all that to say is I don't believe I'm witnessing synchronicities just because I'm saying something out loud and then it's popping up in my algorithm. I'm literally not even really saying anything out loud when my phone is near me or anything when it comes to the affirmations. Like I'll say affirmations on my morning walk and stuff, but nothing that would have certain ads pop up or, and then the deeper thing that's kind of crazy is like I'll be watching a video totally unrelated to the thing that I'm talking about. Let's say I want to move to Seattle, Washington or something like that, or just Washington, let's say Tacoma, because Tacoma was one of the places I was looking at before, right? And let's say that I just click on a random YouTube video and all of a sudden the person's just going about their vlog, then about like 5 minutes into the video they end up going, so we took a trip actually down to Tacoma, Washington the other, like synchronicities like that are happening way faster, like almost instant. Actually, one before I ended up filming this, I just had recently got out of a meditation. I was doing a little bit of a workout. When I went to film this video, literally probably like 10 minutes ago, I had sent my girlfriend a reel about Batman or something about the Arkham game series. Tell me how the moment I send that video, this video that I've been just playing in the background by these, I think they're podcasts. Well, they're like gaming or just multimedia news podcast, I would say, called Side Scrollers, right? The video is an hour and 5 minutes in. An hour and 5 minutes. And as soon as I send that reel, all of a sudden, they're talking about the topic of like Batman. They're like, they like are talking about characters and then they go, oh yeah, like Batman and Robin, as I'm sending a Batman reel to my girlfriend. And that's how synchronicities happen. So it was super wild. I mean, my mind was blown and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for this next video, because I can show you guys basically how synchronicities start to increase and go crazy in real time, and shit is just popping off. So, and as for feelings and how my mind feels and how my energy feels, pretty calm. I mean, ever since I've been day one with this series and was doing the fast during this series, I mean, my nervous system has felt like never better. Like it just feels even better than, again, like I say in many of the other episodes, I've been meditating for years. So all I can really say is it's like my default Zen state times infinity. If I was able to do that, I'm saying infinity instead of like trying to throw a random number out there, but it's really like times 3. And I don't know, it just feels really great and it's fun for me. I'm not really, again, also what I like is I'm not really worried about what anyone thinks about the series or anything like this. I'm doing this for the people that really want to manifest their reality and put their self-concept to a untouchable state of mind. Like you feel good and you move better. Like, I've gotten a lot of work done. I edited this like cool creating worlds with music video. It was a quote that Ramesses B said to me, and then I made like a little video in my room, like basically just like an inside the mind of me, and edited the video to music. It was pretty sick. But all these ideas and creative energy has been flowing ever since I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna, I'm the best, I'm this, and saying all the affirmations. I've been feeling more creative and just more on top of things, kind of getting back to when I first began my other channel. So I mean, all I can say is energy is just going up, synchronicities are forming, and again, I'm not really paying attention to the breadcrumbs. I'm really just, I know what's gonna come, so I'm just being with it, allowing myself to be way more calm than the other series. I feel like when I did the Consciousness Overdrive, I was way more intense and still worrying about what was going to come next and what was going to happen. And the time when I'm doing this series is more of a stable version of myself, because like, my environment is more stable. But I think you learn the best when it comes to manifestation when you're in very rough circumstances, because that's what happened to me during the Consciousness Overdrive. So I find myself during this series still having to like push myself to go a little bit more in with the purpose of the series, because I'm comfortable. So I'm intentionally making discomfort so I grow more with this series. And again, it's already uncomfortable for me to be going as I am. Like, I don't normally speak like this with myself. I usually just let it be natural. Like, I've been blessed to have an experience with, okay, let me preface this before I say this, and I gotta remember to preface these videos. So what I'm gonna say, the following thing I'm gonna say, is just the experience of life in general and how it's been for me. It's very up and down. I've had tons of doubters. I've had tons of people who believe in me. I had teachers say that I changed their whole world perspective, just, because like, I don't know, I had one teacher say that, like, sometimes throughout life there's that one person that comes in and really shifts your perspective. And I had teachers take me out to dinner one time back in high school. It was great. It was an amazing experience, and that was all naturally off of just being me. Like, just being me, whatever my self-concept was at the time attracted that reality. Not really sure why, but when I think back to those moments, I think about the things that I'm affirming in this challenge, and I noticed that a lot of it came natural, and I don't really even have to be saying any of this, but I guess saying all this will like boost it to an extreme degree. And that's pretty much what I'm waiting to see. Not waiting, because again, if I affirm that, I'm in a state of waiting, but I'm just being observant of what happens for me to do this, because I'm not really a person that needs to do this. Now, the part that why I was prefacing that beginning, then what I'm about to say, is because again, in my life, I've had a very great experience with, I've had to, be and get to know these deeply, I'm saying it in a way where, because I know how it can come off if you say it wrong, and I don't want to seem like a certain way, because I'm someone who genuinely values deep connections with people. But I've had very lovely deep connections with, my relationships in the past, and just all the, divine women I've got to meet throughout my life. And again, it's been very natural, and I'm pretty goofy and weird as an individual as it is. And I say that because that really gave me evidence of how you can just be yourself with people. Like, people get online and try to just be someone they're not, or they get out in life and try to attract someone in a way that they're not, or, the type of dudes to like go online and look up relationship dating tips and all this stuff. And it's like, just be you. I remember when I was on Twitch on my other brand, and I would get relationship questions all the time, or people would come in and be like, oh, you look like a guy that pulls women, what is it? And it's like, it's not about pulling women, it's about forming really deep connections and really genuine connections, and you will win. Like, the nice guy does not finish last. And trust me, probably in this day and age, you would be even more of a W to be the nice guy. But I always think nice is manipulative. Just be a kind person and do you. Don't try to fake anything. Just be you, and you will polarize reality, and the right people will meet you, and the wrong ones will, I feel like everyone's right to a degree, but that's for another video. But you'll find your tribe, you'll find your people. And aside from that, I mean, my experiences as well, but I did have my fair share of darkness. Like I said, I won't go too in detail in here, but being burned by my mom's boyfriend when I was a child, having to go through that, having to talk to men in suits, which I think, again, to this day, to a child, it was like just like CPS or someone like that. But a bunch of other stuff when I was a kid. Like, I had my fair share of, now I understand why my life has become the way it is now, or like the things that I almost was deserving of, you know. And I feel like no child should really be, you know, hurt like that in their childhood. But again, to me, because of my awakening, I realized why all of that had to happen to make me the person I am today. So it's just a bunch of stuff that I understand, and the individual I'm consistently becoming. So again, this is all just to say that this series has made me reflect on a lot. It made me realize a lot. And it's like, I realized that, you know, to a degree, you don't even have to super unhinged manifesting. You know, like, I thought I was going to go way more in than I kind of am, and I'm not. And the thing is I will push it as we get closer to the midway of the series, because I usually, like, in like maybe 2 days, I'll go even more in, or maybe even after this video. But it's like, I really don't have to, because my default vibration, which is probably somewhere around neutrality to above that, it just is who it is. Like, I don't really care about being someone I'm not. I'm not trying to flex online. I'm not trying to flex my knowledge or do any of this, or try to look like, oh, I'm God in this. No, I'm just being. And I'm realizing that, man, it's that simple. I think it's more of a, I need to let go and just say what I really feel in these videos. And I don't, you know, sometimes I don't. I really hold back, and it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know, and I used to do it in the past, which is funny. I used to at least be closer to the version that I think this series is creating, where it's like, I don't, like, I respect and care about where people are at in their spiritual journey, but man, at one point or another, you're going to have to come back and realize it's all your mind at the end of the day. It's all your mind. What else is it? It's all a mindset. Because if it doesn't, like, all the belief systems, all the tarot, all the things, it's you. It's you. It can't be anything outside of you. And I've had people tell me in the past, like, you know, oh, well, everybody's not there yet. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm just being like, you got to understand, don't put yourself so hard in a box. Understand that most of this stuff is a mindset, and you will attract your reality. But at the end of the day, it's you who's the operant force. Someone isn't going to reach over from the passenger side of the car and drive the car for you. You got to drive the car. This is your vehicle. So, you know, I think people miss that when it comes to this. You know, they'll try to write it off as it's narcissism or something. And you know what I've come to know, and it's really not. You have to feel, you have to be your own hype man and gas you up, because it's only going to be you when the world's not listening to your dreams, or it's only going to be you in that room when you have those late nights crying. And man, let me tell you, I've come from hell and back multiple times with this to see the inner light, to really touch God, man. You know, and like they say, no man shall see God and live. That's because when you touch God, the man that you were, or the entity that you were, or that was inhabiting the body, the lower self, is destroyed. It's taken out. Because then, now that you've touched basically a semblance, is that the right word, of truth, there's no going back. So that's where I feel like I'm at with this series. I'm feeling better and better every day, and I'm like, oh, I get it. So we're there. I'm just watching the movie play out very gently. That's how I'll word it. And I'm feeling good about it. So yeah. Other than that, I love you guys. It's day 13, and we're feeling good. I'm also bringing back the thumbnails because fuck it. All right. I love y'all. I'm gone.